U.S. President Donald Trump has announced he's withdrawing National Guard troops from 3 cities. The administration sent the troops to Chicago, Los Angeles, and Portland, Oregon, to support ICE agents as part of the ongoing immigration crackdown. This after the Supreme Court suggested the president's power to deploy state troops did not apply to protecting those enforcing immigration law. Mr. Trump is promising a different and stronger deployment of federal forces. And joining me now is Elena Treen to break it all down. So, Elena, tell me, do you think that the president will now withdraw troops from other places as well, like, for instance, D.C. and New Orleans?
Yeah, well, it was interesting, I'd say, Fred, when we saw this announcement, because I know that the Supreme Court ruling last week was really about guardsmen being deployed to Illinois and specifically, of course, Chicago. But the president included Los Angeles and Portland in that. I think the difference about those 3 different cities that he said he would be removing the guardsmen from are all places where we know that their leaders, the mayors and also the governors of those states, have been very critical of the guardsmen, and really the administration was in many ways going against what local leaders had wanted in those states. What's different about particularly New Orleans, as you mentioned, and Louisiana at large, is that the governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, was actually working very closely and has been working very closely with the administration and the president on wanting some of the guardsmen to go into New Orleans. So that's different. And then D.C. has been different as well, because there has been sort of a tacit agreement between the Trump administration and the mayor, the D.C. mayor, who at the time was Muriel Bowser, essentially that they could leave the troops in D.C. as a peacekeeping mission, but also had a different agreement about how they would operate in the city. So all to say, we could see potentially a pullback in other places, but I think the big difference is that in the cities that he mentioned, really the administration was kind of fighting with the local leaders about having them there. Other places, it's a bit different case, so he might be able to keep them in some of those cities.